Test subject 4G9986 experiment. Komatsu paint on a classic Caterpillar.
How dare you!
Previous tests have led to rather catastrophic results, most recently on 7J4739. As can be seen here, the results have been rather catastrophic. Side effects have included metal in the oil and premature engine failure. Sample sections will be fenders and track guards. It's afraid.
Here we go.
Initial test on this floor panel with the old paint. Go ahead and spray it. Let's see what happens. What was that? What was that? No! Oh yeah, it is reacting with our old paint on here. Well, they said you would know right away, and we know right away that this stuff is not compatible with what we've been spraying on 4G.
Well, it's a new paint with the old reducer.
Yes.
That doesn't look like it.
It does not like it.
Does not like it at all, does it?
We're definitely going to have to keep our two painted parts separate. Appears to be no immediate adverse reaction. Sprays quite consistently. This stuff's drying so quick. I think we could... I gotta get this all off of here. I gotta take this costume off. It's hot. Whew. Oh, the things I do for last. I don't know. That's what life's about now. Looks like it's okay with that primer.
Yeah, appears to be, don't it?
Yeah. One thing we're finding about this paint is that we can recoat it quick. It dries super quick, which is good if we get weather or dust that comes up. Seems like it's painting good. Is it a little wet or dry?
I think you could spray it right out of the can. I really do.
I have a distinct feeling we're going to be back up there for more paint. This stuff doesn't cover very well.
No.
I mean, it's yellow anyway, but that doesn't cover. But this stuff is not covering even as well as the last stuff we had.
What's this feeling like?
It's okay.
It's already...
It's tacky already.
It's already tacked off.
Yeah. It seems to be completely compatible with our primer. Yeah, we're going to do another experiment here. This stuff is already tacked up to where it's not running, so we're going to put a second coat on these track guards. Oh yeah, look at that. You know, this stuff seems to be going a little longer than the other stuff did. A little further.
Well, I did a thin coat.
Yeah. It's hot out here today, too.
Yeah, that helped.
We can recoat right away, really. Especially on a hot day like today. It's probably, what, 75? 70?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty warm already. It's going to get to the 95 range, 100 today. We should have started with this from the beginning. We should have went to a professional. I'm never buying any of the tractor paints again. This is the way to go. They always have what we need. And I don't have to worry about running out. And it's an expert. I can get advice. We kind of winged it to begin with. I'm still shocked that we have all these guards and body panels off of 4G. That tractor was super complete. Somebody loved that thing for a long time.
I'm out of paint. I got a second coat on them. Good though. On that side.
Oh, those look good.
Yeah. You know what?
Are those part numbers imprinted?
Looks like it, or a steel number.
Oh, that could be. I don't know. They're pretty consistent. They might have got too close to the brackets that hold the rollers.
I think one more coat and these will be done on this side.
Yeah, we'll flip them over. The other side we haven't gotten any on yet.
About to here.
Okay, and I got 2 gallons of this stuff, so that'll probably carry us out. And it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from here to get more. And like Dad says, the beauty is we know we can get more. We don't have to stress like we did last time. So we're happy with this stuff. We have a problem though, because we've already got some of that old paint kind of dusted on some of these parts. We did some experimental patches in here and we didn't see any problems, but
we didn't use reducer
we
with
didn't use the reducer with it. So
you know, we might do an experiment and spray some without reducer, because it's thin and I think it'll spray right out of the can.
Yeah, it might.
And it might work. It might be the reducer that's given us the reaction.
Yes, because when we tried it with the paint thinner, it curdled it instantly. This is the one we had issues with, and I think the plan is to flip it around and double check it. We're going to paint this other side, see if it has any problems. And I suspect that part of our problem here was we had just wiped this down with reducer. We were in a hurry, and it hadn't really all evaporated yet, so that might have been our orange peel problem. Today's all about the science, so we're going to experiment with this other side. This is a fresh piece we can experiment on because we got our old paint on this side and it's very pockmarked, so worst case scenario, we can sand it off. One of the other mistakes that we made with 4G is that we didn't add hardener to the paint. And we're not paint guys. We've done it, we've dabbled in it a few times, but we didn't really think about it. One thing that you get out of hardener is the ability to clean up oils and greases that get on the paint easy. On the softer paint, it kind of impregnates that paint and you can't clean it up. And the carcass and the engine of 4G, 2 of the places we should have had hardener, we really don't have any hardener in it. But the track frames don't either. So we're gonna try and get it on all the sheet metal and stuff. And I guess really the sheet metal is what's gonna matter and what people are gonna see in the end. But live and learn. Dad also mentioned it makes it easier to repair if you put hardener in there. You can sand it, you can recoat, you can fill. This stuff, if you try to sand it, and we have...
Soft.
Yes.
It rolls up on the paper.
Dad's going to lighten up the reducer a little more this time. Komatsu as a brand started in the late 60s, early 70s, and they were a direct competitor to Caterpillar and virtually a Caterpillar clone. And while they've fared okay over the years, and a lot of operators like them, we're cat people. We'll always be cat people. But they did actually put a dent in the market that still impacts today. So the reason that putting Komatsu paint on a Caterpillar like this, especially an old classic Caterpillar, is kind of a sin.
How dare you?
Is because of that. They've been a direct copy and competitor of Caterpillar for years. And to be honest with you, they are a cat clone. It's not surprising to me that they pretty much cloned the paint. And that was at the time that Caterpillar was doing away with the old highway yellow paint and starting with the new kind of modern mustard yellow, orangish Caterpillar paint. My guess is that they were trying to grab market shares and people that identified with that old Caterpillar color to come over to Komatsu and give them a try. This paint really has nothing to do with Komatsu other than the name, and it is a Komatsu identified color. But like I was explaining before, Cat bid out all of their paint contracts in the early years, so year to year, Caterpillar Highway Yellow was never exactly the same, and that's why I could never narrow down an exact color, and I spent a lot of time doing research. This is going to be the second and third coat on a lot of these parts, so far we're pretty happy with the results, I think.
I'm pretty content with the color. The color seems to match pretty well. Wind's coming up.
Of course it is. I think this is going to be our last coat today.
Our last pot.
Yeah. I mean, we took the risk. Of course the wind's going to come up. This is the one that I turned over to see if we have reaction on that side.
bad that time.
No, don't.
This one?
Yeah, this is the one that I'm curious about because that's our old paint. And these are the floor pans, so there's a lot of rust hitting in there. There was dirt piled up and sitting in there in water.
This one here?
Yes, sir. Piece of dirt on this.
Yeah, well, and nothing you can do about it now.
I look at those track guards. Those are very complicated pieces for that manufacturing time frame. I think we're going to be fine. I don't think we need to worry about it.
All right, that'll work. This is what uses up the paint.
Yes, all the little pieces. Checking back over here, I don't see any adverse effects other than the bugs that keep landing on everything and that piece of hair. Realistically, all we have left to paint, we need some primer on these track chains yet. And this stuff here, that's it. It needs some body work. We're going to put a little Bondo in there, smooth some things up, and that's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of our highway yellow, or Komatsu yellow. Dad had a run.
I think it'll run. I don't know. Oh, there's dirt on there. Oh, well. It's embedded now.
Go for broke, baby. Ah, right there. Don't call me baby.
I got real I didn't run. I'm still got a good record.
Oh man, I don't either. It looks fine.
Yeah.
The only problem is that bug and that hair that's on there.
He'll come out of there.
Yeah.
Your feet are going to stuff that all up.
Yeah, those are the floor panels, so
well,
that's why we're not putting any filler in them either, because I've seen where you do that, where there's a lot of wear and then it wears and then you get body filler white. So what do you think? You want to buy a Komatsu now?
looks like it's pretty, isn't it?
We don't mean that, Caterpillar. We still love you. Second coat comparison. I would say that is very, 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 very much the same.
I can't tell the difference right now.
I can't either. And we're out here in the sun, it looks the same. I think the plan is to get at least 3 coats on all the body panels and the hood. We're searching for more things that we can paint. I think we're going to do the fan shrouds. Dad's doing a second coat on the things hanging from the little shop crane, and then I'll move them, and we'll hang our fan shrouds up there. Dad loves painting. Seriously. I like to paint too, but Dad loves it more, so I let him do it. He's pretty good at it too. If you're curious what paint we were using the Caterpillar Highway Yellow, the Tallman's Ag Specialty Coatings, and basically what we're using is Komatsu Standard Yellow. Dad just ran out of paint, so we're gonna clean everything up. I'll bring all that stuff in after it tacks up a little bit better and store it till the next morning when we can do a little painting. Right on cue. There's our wind. Barely got everything picked up. We exhausted our window of painting in the mornings. Usually we get about 2 hours from 6:30, 6 o'clock to 8, 7-ish. It's way too windy now. I barely got all that stuff inside before the dust kicked up. Usually I get up and I make big breakfast for Dad and I, and today we forgoed that because we need to get out here and paint, and we're gonna have to do that. Just keep consistently coming out, painting early,
and then working on other things in the afternoon when we can shut the doors and keep it cool in the shop too. What do you think? Are you happy, Pappy?
Yeah, I think we'll be good.
I do too. Well, there it is, Komatsu paint on an old Caterpillar D4. I do want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
What was that? Did you hear that? Oh.